is Wednesday, the 5th, I think, of July, and as promised yesterday, I am going to now give you a full July tour. So, I'm going to turn you round. Ooh. Now we're starting on plot 25 because this is where I spend most of my time. Ooh. Right. So, here is the shed. It's still not finished painting inside, as you can see. But I've now got my tool hooks up. And everything's all nice and neat and tidy in there. And this area here, this is obviously my compost area. There's a few bits still left from the previous plot holders that need to be moved. And all this nettle area here I've left as is, as a deterrent for people jumping over the fence. But my plan for next year, or possibly over the winter this year, is to clear all this, and I want to turn it into, I want to build a wildlife pond, a pond and a wildlife area here, because we're getting new fencing. Hopefully by the end of this year, we're going to have all new fencing along here with the, you know, the real spiky stuff. So once that fencing goes in, then I can clear all this and build my pond. Now this is my flower and herb bed. What have I got in here? I've got garlic chives, dicentra, fuchsia. This one's zoom you in a bit. Fuchsia. Some verbena dotted around there, lavender, lemon thyme there, some dahlias there. I need to deadhead them actually. Some etching blue, which is these two here. That's coriander, and another dahlia here called Happy Days. Oregano there, and this one is oh, it's a oh my goodness, platycodon balloon flower. This one, which needs deadheading again. This is so pretty. And then some chives there. Then we've got my little seating area. Zoom out there. This is where my grapevines, the remaining grapevines are, which I'm hoping are going to do much better next year. The plan is to obviously put up like the posts like I've got on the other one there. They will go up here, and then that will give them some support. We've got rhubarb here. I don't think this is going to stay here, to be honest, because it's just going over the path, so that will probably be moved. There's my sunflower, which is quite tall now. I'd say that was probably about, hang on, over 6 foot. And then there's the other one over here, which is like a deep red one. That's quite a nice one. I've got a tayberry here, which is now starting to put out its new what we'll have next year's fruit on. Get my words out. And also the loganberry there. But they're not staying. I'm giving them away because I don't like them. So Denise is going to have those. So I've planted my grapevine in here. And that is the Lakemont seedless. There. Oh yes, I have lots of tomatoes coming up. Just rogue tomato plants, so I'm just leaving them. And then the strawberry plant actually has, well, something's eaten that one, but it's got some fruit on it. I think there's another one here somewhere. Oh yeah, just there. And then I've also got some raspberries coming up. One there, another one there, and there. There's quite a few popping up. So we'll see what happens with those. And there's another tomato. Honestly, these things are just coming up everywhere. There's another one over there. So if we go around here, this is the fruit area, which I'm in the middle of weeding at the moment. So there's a big pile of straw. But my plan for next year is to build a cage around this. I've got new growth on the currants that I moved from where the old grapevines are. And there's some more new growth coming on this one as well. Ooh, shadow. Don't know whether I'm going to get anything from these two grapevines that I moved. There's nothing showing yet. If nothing comes up start of next year, then they'll come out. There's another tomato in amongst the weeds there. There's a couple of gooseberry bushes as well. So I had another currant in there. It must have died. Okay, so here is my cosmos. Isn't it pretty? This is the cosmos that I transplanted that was growing in the potato beds, so I moved it here, and that's doing really great. This is one of my cauliflower beds. Don't need to lift it. There's quite a few. Well, actually, I've not seen too many today, but the last couple of days I've seen quite a few of the cabbage whites about. So I'm trying not to open these too much. But yeah, these are cauliflowers. They're looking really good, really healthy. And then some more cauliflowers which were planted slightly later. Again, they look good. Get through the jungle that is my... oh, there's a cabbage white. And my cabbages are starting to heart up. Oh, don't they look beautiful? I don't look at these actually that often, the cabbages. But they're looking really good. I'm really pleased. Look at that one. Yes. Okay. Gherkins. These are so prolific. I only picked yesterday. And well, I'm basically picking every day. They grow so quickly. I've completely run out of jars to pickle them, so I won't be growing 11 plants next year, but I definitely will be growing them because they're just fantastic. I'm really happy with these. They've done so well. Okay. Oh yes, and there's a courgette there, little courgette plant that was gifted to me. That's doing all right. There's another one here. This is Jerusalem artichoke. There's a couple here. They were dug out of a plot neighbour's plot and given for us to eat, but I decided I wanted to plant them instead. Look, they're doing quite well, apart from this one got completely bent over in that massive wind we had a few weeks back, so it's kind of a bit bent, but a couple more courgette plants here and some peas. In here we have, I don't know if you can see, we've got quite a lot in here actually. We've got some cauliflower at the end here, and then we've got red cabbage here on this side and swede on the other side. Which if I it's underneath there, I don't know if you can actually see that. That's starting to bulk up nicely. It smells quite nice as well. And there's the red. No, I can't get under there, but there's red cabbage there. That looks quite nice as well. There's a few peas in there, but not really doing anything much. These are all rogue potatoes. It came up. They're obviously left from the previous owner, or the previous plot holder. This is my neighbour's, my plot neighbour's bit of land that I lent him, so his carrots are in there, and then he's got one row of carrots there, but then he just hoed the rest because the weeds were so bad and there was hardly any carrots in there, so he's just got rid of it all. This is got 3 rows of carrots there and a row of spring onions. They're doing quite nicely. I've never been very good with carrots, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing the final results from these. Then we've got this in this cage here. We've got our purple Brussels sprouts. Ooh. In the little hole. Yeah, we've got some purple Brussels sprouts. There's kale in the middle, and there's 3, I think, normal Brussels sprout plants in there, which were meant to be purple, but it doesn't really matter. So they're all looking really good as well. Really chuffed with those. In fact, I'm doing quite well with brassicas this year. There's another courgette here that was gifted to me. See, there's a nice little baby courgette on there. I'm not sure what variety this is, actually. I'll have to go and ask him, because they're slightly lighter colour than the ones that I've got. Oh, this is the clary, and the bees absolutely love this. And the colours are so pretty. The pink and purples. Lovely. Okay, then we've got some more Brussels sprouts in this bed here. Again, doing really well, and they're starting to actually form. So you can probably see better than I can actually, because I've got the sun in my eyes, but no. I don't know if you can see there, but it's starting to form little Brussels. And then we have our purple podded peas. Picked a massive load of these yesterday. Absolutely fabulous. if you're one of those people that really hates faffing about with netting, then this is the pea for you, because as you can see, and I've said in so many videos, it just amazes me that they have not been netted the whole time, not even when they were first put in when they were tiny, and the birds just, they obviously just don't like them. I like them and I'm going to grow them every year because netting is not really my thing, so these are just perfect for me. Here is the little cherry tree. Oh, look at my shadow, look. There's the little cherry tree that's not so little anymore. That's growing quite quickly. Not sure what we're going to do about this really, because we don't really want a massive cherry tree on the plot, and that probably will be a massive cherry tree. So yeah, have a think about that one. This has all been cleared now because the rock or calabrese is finished, so I've just got cabbage, one cabbage. I mean, that was meant to be a cabbage, but it's not really doing anything, so I'm just going to take this one out here. My squash is magnificent. Can't speak today. I have so many squash. There's a couple there. They're sort of getting fairly big, fairly quickly. And I've got, well, I haven't counted them, but there's a lot. There is a lot, so at some point I need to properly go through here and decide where I want them to stock, because we don't want too many because they won't be of very good quality. So that's the squash bed. The potatoes are still flowering. These were planted really late, these two potatoes, so I'm not expecting them to be ready just yet. And that is plot 25. And now we have plot 65. We start right at the end with the rhubarb. There's a couple of rhubarbs there. There is a rogue potato there. Some weeds. 3 courgette plants with powdery mildew. I'm still getting courgettes, as you can see. That one's quite big and needs to be taken today. But yeah, the powdery mildew is quite bad. I'm guessing because obviously of the lack of rain. But I'm not gonna bother trying to treat these because I've got plenty of other courgette plants. So I'm just going to let them do whatever they're going to do, I think, and just harvest as and when. But it's quite bad on the stems. So yeah. Right, the parsnips. Not doing too badly. See, it's just a bit gappy. But get whatever we get. Be happy with that. The sweet peas, I need to take some of them today. They smell absolutely lovely. And there's some more sweet peas here, which haven't flowered yet, but they won't be far off, I'm sure. Here is some rudbeckia, and they're called chocolate orange, so they look like they're going to open soon. This is the area where my peas were, and I cleared all this because the peas weren't doing anything and there was just loads of weeds, so that's just empty at the moment. And then we have a cucumber coming through there. These actually I've noticed have the start of powdery mildew as well, the cucumbers. If I zoom you in on one of the leaves, this is really hard because I can't actually see what I'm looking at because the sun's in my eyes, but it's those little white powdery blotches on the leaves. Yeah. But again, I have more cucumber plants, so not too fussed. And then we've got some celery. Oh, okay. There's celery here, self-blanching, and they were sown probably a bit late really, but they're doing alright, they're coming up. Oh, there's a weed there. That hen. This is our yellow bush beans, which are doing really well as well, and getting some good size beans on there, and quite a lot of them, and still flowering, so I'm really pleased with those. Sweet corn, my pride and joy, is doing great. The silks are coming in now. Some of them have got, they've got quite a few. 1 to 3 on there, and 2, 3. Couple of hermaphrodite bits here, like this one here, which actually looks like it's a male, but then it had silks on it and a few female bits at the top, so a bit weird. But if I remember rightly, it did that last year as well. You can see the colour, so there has been pollination going on. Look, silks are starting to turn colour, turn a bit brown there, and there's our lovely cob forming. And here's another one with a bean wrapped around it. Oh, I do love these sweet corn. Ooh, makes me so excited. I sound like a little kid now, don't I? And yeah, and the beans underneath that are climbing up, you can see there, they're starting to get little beans now. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get in the middle of the sweet corn to harvest the beans, but I'm sure I'll work something out. To like crawl along the floor on my back or something. Couple of rogue potatoes here. Lettuce has gone to seed that I want to collect when they're ready. How am I going to get rid of this shadow? I can't get rid of the shadow. There we go. Okra. Got the 4 okra here. And they seem to be doing alright. It looks like they're about to, I don't know, go into flower or something. I'm not really sure. What's that? They've got like little spiky pods on them. Another one there. And what is that called? Nasturtium. That's it, nasturtium. Everything's been getting black fly, even the weeds have been getting black fly this year. The flowers, Etienne blues, really pretty. And these are finally starting to open there, so hopefully by tomorrow that will be open. We'll be able to see what that's like. Looks like it's going to be really, really pretty. And the potatoes. The potatoes are bigger at this end than they are at that end. I'm not quite sure why that is, but I guess as long as they're all right underneath, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm a little bit concerned about these ones here. I'll just go through here. So these ones and these ones are the same variety. They're Pink Gypsy, main crop. And I'm not sure whether this is happening because they're just coming to the end of their time, or whether I have signs of blight, because there's like little, you see there, black dots and things on the leaves. I'm not sure. Stems seem alright. I'm just keeping an eye on them. Anyway, this still needs to be dug and raked for the leeks to go in, which had allium leaf miner. So this morning I've taken viewers' advice and I've cut them. I've pulled out all the leaf miners, and I have my fingers crossed. There's some more cosmos here. French climbing beans, which have just been awful this year. These ones anyway, the ones with the sweet corn are fine, they're absolutely flying and they look so healthy, but these ones that are going up the poles, they've just taken such a battering. They went out too early, then we had massive winds and they got battered, and they just don't want to really climb. Not very good at all compared to last year. We've got a couple that have finally found their pole, but they've taken their time about it, so that is not one of my successes this year. We've got four tomato plants there, and then some rogue ones just popping up over here again. What are these ones? These are cauliflowers. Are they cauliflowers? And cabbages. I think they're cauliflowers. Oh my goodness, there's even a tomato in there. I think these are the cauliflowers in this bed. The tomatoes. The tomatoes are doing okay. I have been pinching side shoots, I've been taking off all the bottom leaves, plus more leaves even to make some more air space under there, weeding, although you wouldn't think it because they just come back up so quickly, tying in, etc. Those things that we have to do with tomatoes, but they're looking okay. They need tying in again. That's something I'll have to get on with today. But yeah, we're getting fruit on them. And these trusses. It's there. I've got all sorts of varieties and I lost track of where I was, so I really don't know what is what at the moment. So I'm just watching. That looks like a plum variety. Very interesting shapes, these ones. There. And then we've got, ooh, that's a nice long one. And then we've got some more, they look like more plums, but then there's a different one in there, little round one. And then we've got these little tiny, teeny tiny little dwarfy ones here with loads of fruit. They look like a little cherry bush variety. And they've got loads of fruit on as well. Oh, I missed that one at the end. This one. Look at them. Oh, look at them tomatoes. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on that truss. These, wow, I can't remember if he said they were a yellow cherry, but oh, they look like little plum ones actually. I don't know, but they've got, the trusses have lost so many flowers. You can see there. But yeah, they're all getting fruit. Oh, I'm so excited. I think I'm going to wet my pants. Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait. There's another. Look at all these tomatoes. Wow. Look. Oh, where's that? The leaf out there. Ah, that's just amazing. I've got tomatoes everywhere. You see them little ones? Let me get round there. Oh, I've got so many tomatoes. There. And there's double trusses as well. No, that's a triple core, blimey. How many's on there? 1, 2, 3. It's a lot. And we've got, they look like more plums. There. And then we've got like these that like a beefsteak type. I think we've got one there. Beefsteak type tomato. Look at them. That one's really funny shape. And more plums. Yeah. Loads of tomatoes. That one looks split actually. What's happened to that one? That doesn't look very nice, does it? I'll take that off in a minute. The iceberg lettuces are ready. So we're just taking when we need them, but I'm going to have to probably give some of these away. I'd rather do that than have them go to waste. So then there's another sunflower here that's just self-seeded from last year. Again, more of those French climbing beans that are rubbish. I've got self-seeded marigolds coming up in this bed, quite a few, and I've been through, because I actually planted soybeans in here, and I'm wondering, I'm not overly sure, but it might be, I don't know, maybe that's a soybean. Either way, there's not many come up, so I'm not really sure with that. Just wait and see. It's my other cucumber. These are the trailing cucumbers. there. These are doing okay, these are doing quite nicely. Although I will say that a lot of my cucumbers have just been really funny colours and funny shapes, like stumpy little things this year. But that one looks alright. Looks like it's gonna... Okay. I've got the raspberries here, which are going to be transferred onto the other plot for next year, into the fruit area. These are pretty much finishing now. There's one. Always check them for maggots, I do, because I nearly ate one with a maggot in it once and it put me right off. Oh, it's really nice. So I think these are the summer fruiting ones here, and I think this little one here is an autumn fruiting because it's further behind. But as I've said before, I haven't looked after these at all this year. Yum yum. I've got a feeling these actually might be the cauliflowers and the other ones over there are the cabbages. These look more like cauliflowers, and again I've got sunflowers popped up there. Here's my raised bed area. So we've got more courgettes in here, which are giving me fruit now. Oh, yeah, that one needs to go today as well. We've got cauliflowers in here, and they have had two out of here already. That one is, well, they've all got heads on now, actually. But you just bend the leaf over and it stops the heads going yellow from the sun. That one is tiny. I've got rainbow chard in this bed here. Had some of that yesterday, it was lovely. And my carrots. Doing okay now. There's some beetroot in this one, and a couple of lettuces. These have all got to go. They've all gone over. I need to pull them out. A couple more lettuces, iceberg lettuce, some spinach here, another courgette, more beetroot, and then some spring onions, which I've started taking some of these ones now, and then there's some more coming up there. We've got some more curly kale in this bed with some seed onions, and more seed onions in that bed there. The birds ate my last two cherries. I hope they enjoyed them, because next year this will be going into the fruit area and covered by a cage, so they won't be able to eat my cherries. This is my flower bed on plot 65. The dahlias, the clary, and some cornflowers. And then some potatoes. These are late planted potatoes I found in the shed, with another tomato in the middle, and another, actually I think there's two there, two self-seeded sunflowers. And the grapevine is doing okay there. This still needs clearing. This is where they've all been pulled up, so I've still got to clear this bed here. And then there's some more tomatoes over there, which again have some, starting to get some fruit from those. The strawberry bed, which is putting out lots of runners. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to, over the autumn winter, I'm going to move the strawberries now into this bed and space them all out more with the runners as well. So they've got, I'm growing my strawberry patch. Then we go into the outside the greenhouse. We've got this lovely nasturtium here, which is covering nicely and shading the root of my grapevine that is still doing well with its new growth. And down there, so I'm really pleased with that. And then we come into the greenhouse and tomatoes. There's the 2 plum Roma varieties down there. Oh, look, we've got ripening of the Roma. And this one is the Super Marmande, which I think aren't they like a beefsteak tomato? I think, they're big anyway. And these are Sweet Millions, little cherry tomatoes. And those huge things at the back there is Moneymaker, which I've had to tie again because they're so heavy. That truss is just pulling it over. That is the one truss. And I actually haven't even counted how many are on there. I'll see if I can count them in a minute. And this one is Alicante. Alicante has very hard skin, doesn't it? Which I'm not sure I quite like, but I suppose maybe it's better for cooking or something. No, don't knock that over. Goodness me, are we going to be able to count these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think there's at least 20 tomatoes on that one truss. Crazy. Okay. Oh. So here is the greenhouse cucumber, which is doing okay in here. No fruit yet. Oh, there's a little thing coming there, and the grapevine is coming in from outside through a little hole there. The lemon tree is losing some leaves, but I think it just needs a bit of TLC. I've been feeding it, probably a bit dry. So yeah, I will look after that later today. But we do have lemon there. That's starting to go lighter now, so that might be ripening. Sorry about that, everyone. My battery died, and it was just too hot to carry on or to come home, charge the battery and go back down there. So we were nearly at the end of the tour anyway. The only thing left to show you were the peppers, the aubergines, and the French climbing beans in the greenhouse, which I can show you another time. So that's it. That's the July tour. Everything I think, well, most things I think are going pretty well. 1 second. Oh no, it's Paolo, it's alright. So I'm just going to, in a minute, I'm drinking a cup of tea, and then I'm going to, I'll turn you around, I've got some things to be potting on here. So I've got a pot on some hollyhocks, wallflowers and cauliflower. So we're going to be getting on with that. And yeah, that's it. So feeling a bit crazy today. I'm just trying to keep an eye on my kitten as well, because she's, yeah, look at this. Where's she gone? She's trying to hide from me. Negan! Negan! Get down. Right, I'm going to go and get my cat down. So I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.